Hi there. This would be my review on the 11 by 11 cube. Now this cube, obviously, it's very, very large. I was pretty excited when I got it in the mail. It actually wasn't supposed to come for another 2 weeks, but somehow it was just here. But anyways, man, this cube is it's ridiculously large. I solved it. I got it yesterday and I solved it. It took me pretty much all day on and off to solve it. I guess I'm just really slow at solving it. But it is huge. It's kind of cumbersome to turn, you know, when you're actually solving it. But yeah, so it took me pretty much all day. The centers, you know, each are 9 by 9, which each center contains 81 pieces. That's kind of a lot. Anyways, to the cube. The turning it's really good for how big this cube is. I would say it turns better than a V-Cube 7, just turning wise. But layer alignment is a little tricky. I mean, like, even if you have it here, it'll turn a lot of times. But what happens is, my biggest problem is these corners right here. When you turn the outer layers, the corners sometimes catch, like here maybe. And when I was solving the cube, actually I was doing this orange center and I was turning the cube like this or that maybe, and the corner piece caught on to one of these little center pieces and like dragged it across, and like this piece like came all the way over here and it was all jammed up in there, so I had to pop out some edges and carefully put that back, otherwise, you know, it was on the brink of popping really bad. So I guess I'll just do like a checkerboard pattern to show you how it turns. I mean, the cube is so big you can't even do the checkerboard with one hand. You have to switch off right about here and kind of just hold it with one hand, and it's quite massive. The cube does weigh about 908 grams, and you know, we could probably measure it here in a sec when I'm done making this pattern. But, as you can see, the layers turn quite nicely without catching too much. The layers do catch every now and then, but in general it's pretty good. So let me go grab a ruler and we'll measure it and see how big the cube is. My fancy little wooden ruler here. Alright, if you are an American like myself, you have inches, which are inefficient, but let's see. Well, let's measure from the center. Center to center is about 4 1/4 inches. So yeah, as you can see, like that. Yeah, so it's pretty big. Considerably larger than any cube that there is, really. Actually, let me go get a 3x3 and a 7x7. Alright, just for reference, here's a V-Cube 7. There's a size comparison, and 11 by 11 makes this look like a little pipsqueak, really. My unsolved 7 by 7. So there it is in comparison. It's about half as big, a little bit more that way, and this way it's like, yeah, whatever you want to call that, 7/8 as wide. Here's a 3x3, specifically Dan Gu Hong. That's how big the cube is in comparison to a 3x3. There's, if you hold it like in the corner, it's probably like 3 or 4 or 5 times bigger. There's that. So yeah, let's look at the inside briefly. I'm not going to take the whole cube apart, obviously, because it would take hours to put back together. Once I undo this checkerboard pattern, we'll have a look at some of the pieces. And this cube is just so huge, it takes like literally a minute to do the checkerboard and undo it. And while I'm doing that, the price of this cube is about $160, $155. And if you want to order it, you can go to aliexpress.com, or if you just Google 11 by 11 cube, it will come up. It took, see, I ordered it like a week before Christmas, and it came the day after Christmas Day in the mail, I think. No, it came on the 27th. So let's just pop out some of these edges. We can have a look inside the cube. Nope. Oh crap. That doesn't look good. Okay, well, let's see. We can have a look at this piece. As you can see, like, the inner structure is very complicated, and if I could get a light to shine in there, you could really see it. Oh frick. Yeah, let me try to fix that real quick. I may have to speed this part up a little bit. There we go. There's that. See, this is why you have to be very careful when disassembling this cube, even a little bit. Oh, frick. Let's do this. There, that's better. There we go. Yeah, the edge piece actually wraps around this thing right here, which is attached to this edge piece. So, okay, to the edges. The edges are layered. They work like this. Each edge piece that you get closer to the center gets a little smaller, and they layer up like so. So there's like 4 edge pieces, and you know, with this they kind of clip onto this inner ring, or whatever you want to call it, the corner pieces, they have a very, very long prong that extends into the center of the cube, and I'm not gonna take that apart because, yeah. But at the end of this prong going down, there's like an eighth of a sphere that all the corners combined, all the 8 corners, make up a circle on the inside for the rest of the pieces to rotate around. Alright, well, I think I've done enough talking. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them below. Again, please subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.